Can you believe I made these? If you guys haven't followed me for a while, you'll know that my boyfriend and I recently purchased a house in Toronto, and we've been going step by step trying to make over every single room. In our last house update, we actually did the guest room and showed you guys what kind of vibe we're going for. And the good thing about our guest room is that it's super changeable. So I actually took everything out of our spare room to show you guys how you can make your bedroom like the best place ever and show you guys my basic rules. And I'm so excited that today's video is actually sponsored by Cricut. Guys, this is like my dream sponsorship. Like, if you know me, you'll know that like this is like, I'm literally living the dream right now. I'm so excited to be working with Cricut. I'm a huge fan of these cutting machines. I think that they can make a project so much more streamlined, just so much more beautiful, to be honest, and they're really easy and have so many different types of purposes. The Cricut's also great because there's actually also a pen function, so you can like draw things. I am not having kids anytime soon, but if I had kids that had school projects, it would be over. Today I'm using the Cricut Explore for 3 DIYs that I have kind of scattered throughout the room. It definitely made this whole project so much more fun. So again, thank you Cricut. Anything that I use from the Cricut line will be in the description box below.
Okay, editing me here, and I just want to clarify something really quick because I don't explain it here. I basically took everything that we currently have in the guest room out to show you guys an example of what you can do with your bedroom and the big rules that I have for creating a space. So this is not the final product, but let me know if you like this version of the guest room better than the one on my last video, because it's obviously going through tons of change. And this was just to show you guys an example of what you can do, but I didn't really intend on keeping it like this, but it turned out kind of cute. So
number one here I have is neutral walls. White walls in particular, and there's a reason why a lot of YouTubers in general choose white walls, and it's because it refracts the natural light so beautifully. Chantilly Lace by Benjamin Moore, Simply White by Benjamin Moore, those are like my two favorite white paints on the wall, and I do them in an eggshell finish. If there's anything that you want to make a bigger difference in your room, it's going to be paint color, and white just makes your room look that much bigger. You want to do something that's not super stark, so that way it doesn't feel too sterile. The next tip is, okay, keep it tidy, guys. I know this is like really silly, but if you notice, there's a common theme even throughout maximalist bedrooms, that all these bedrooms are so tidy. Really focus on your organization. If you guys want more organization tips, I can definitely do a video on that. And you guys should definitely check out my IKEA video because I have lots of different storage solutions in that video as well. This is one that I think a lot of people are like, I want a bedroom like these Instagrammers have, but I don't know how to achieve it, and it's just not looking right no matter what I buy. And I'll tell you guys, it's really the light floors. If you notice, when girls take these mirror selfies in their beautiful bedrooms, oftentimes they will have a light color rug, and that's for the exact same reason as the walls being a white color. I decided to lay one down from H&M Home, but jute is also another really great inexpensive option. I think when your floors either pull too red or too warm, sometimes it could throw you off. If they pull too cool, they could throw you off, too dark. So if you want to lighten up your space in general, light rugs, so key. Say hi to Dylan, everyone. He's filming me today. This room didn't look like this morning, which is really fun that I was able to put together something and show you guys how to make your room always look on trend and always look nice and Instagram ready, whatever you want to call it. And I integrated a few of our DIY on-trend home decor pieces today, so excited. First things first, we're going to take a look at the floor. Actually just smaller rugs from H&M Home. We're actually using these for another project, which I'm so excited about, but I decided to pop them in here today to show you guys the difference when your floor is light and how much light that the whole room like reflects when your floor is a lot lighter. And then behind me, another thing that totally reflects natural light is obviously a floor length mirror. If you have a small room, I think it's also really good to have because it makes your room just look way larger. When you're purchasing Trendy Pieces, I know it's so tempting to get like a really big, beautiful statement piece, but sometimes to try out a trend, you just want to start really small. Cricut sent over these infusible ink coasters and infusible ink transfer sheets that were so fun to do, so freaking easy. I decided to do a yin yang because that's something that I keep seeing over and over again. it's good vibes. So I thought it'd be really fun to do on a coaster, and it looks so good, guys. All I had to do was cut it out on my Cricut Explore machine using the free software that you can download on your iPad. It's all Bluetooth compatible, which is awesome. And I basically just cut out this whole stencil, followed the instructions, and the way the ink goes, it goes from the sheet and transfers actually onto your Cricut blank item. This is so cool. Really cool. See how these look? Cause it's dope. I can't believe.
Oh, sick.
That's stunning. I need to show you guys this. This is so cool. This does not look like something you can get at Urban Outfitters. As you guys can see, it's not a vinyl. It's just like, it's literally like, it feels professional. So I definitely want to add this to our little side table situation. I'll show you guys later. It's super, super cute. Candles, books, artwork, accent pillows, throw blankets. Those are all really great things to kind of test the waters with and figure out what you like, what you don't. And if you don't like it in a couple of years, you can easily change it out, which is so great. You didn't spend a ton of money on those items. If they're DIY, even better. All right, so we have our nightstand over here, which again has a lot of our accent colors. So we have the bright pop of pink. That was like one of our inspirations, was the Palm Beach book. And then we have our infusible ink coasters, which this is so cool, guys. I think one thing I didn't really explain well about infusible ink is that it really just infuses into whatever product that you put it on. So it's not like a top layer. It's not a vinyl that you peel off. Like, it's stuck in there, which is so great for things like this and all types of homeware. But how cute. Does that not literally look like something you can get at Urban Outfitters? Candles are from a small business based in Montreal called Smellies. We love them. I decided to play with accents of pink and like more bright, like almost like South Beach colors. I think that they're so happy and fun for the summer. Number 5 is actually another DIY, which is large scale art. So if you guys noticed in my old apartment, I had a huge poster that I created of Toledo just using like digital software. But today I actually did another craft that I'm really familiar with. On my old cutting machine, I actually did it on the Cricut, and it was so much easier. We actually did something that was a little bit spoofed off of Matisse in combination with one of my most beautiful prized books. It's a coffee table book about Palm Beach by Aaron Lauder. So I took those two inspirations and I really tried to make something of my own. Obviously, you do not want to like directly copy anyone's art. So I took inspo from both, just like kind of cut a few blobs using the Cricut software. Also used the text option that cut out the text so beautifully. I literally used a glue stick, glued them all to a piece of paper, and then we put them in an IKEA Ribba frame. Guys, I cannot believe I made this, and I probably made it like $2. That's probably how much it cost. Like, I have no idea. It was just literally with like 3 sheets of paper. If you're someone who likes to change out your artwork or you just don't want to spend a ton, I think doing it yourself is so handy. And the great thing about the Cricut is that there's so many different settings that you can cut different materials on. So if you want to cut fabric, if you want to cut iron-on, if you want to cut vinyl, if you want to draw with the infusible ink markers, like you can do it all. I decided to use construction paper for this, so it was really, really simple and I think looks really bomb. Obviously the star of the show is our DIY print we made with the Cricut. So happy with how this turned out. Obviously, I am no paper artist or whatever, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Saved me a lot of time too, versus if I were to use markers or paint or do any of that. I think it looks pretty stellar. Okay, so the next tip is light colored bedding. I know I keep saying light colors, light colors, light colors, because I feel like almost all the light colors in your room kind of acts as like the foundation in terms of like a makeup routine, if that makes any sense. When you have all kind of more matching neutrals, you can start adding in pops of other things that you like, and I think that is definitely what we did here. So I'm always on Urban Outfitters like looking through their bedding section, and one thing they like to do is take like a trendy print like these peaches here and like put it all over their pillowcases, which is pretty much what I did, except I did it with something that is currently trendy right now and I think it's going to pop up a lot in home decor, and it is the Hawaiian hibiscus print. And I think it's so pretty, it's so fun. It added just a little bit of pink to the room, which is exactly what I wanted. I used Cricut's infusible ink transfer papers once again. This is not a decal, this is not an iron-on, it's literally infused into the pillowcase, and just using the cutting machine. It was so easy. So cute, look! Oh my goodness. But yeah, same bedding, but of course we have the star of the show, just a little hint of pink because that was our accent color. I love the Hawaiian little flowers. I think that's so fun because it's so on trend right now. I tucked them back here because I felt like I like I didn't want it to be too busy. So just having a little pop here is really pretty. And like I said, you want to keep it really neutral with the bedding. Really, really love the way that this turned out and everything. And if you're going to do accents of color, you want to keep it small so that way you can change them around. I love the way that these pillows look. They were in our old apartment. Can you believe I made these? I think they look so freaking good. Like, so trendy, and again was very, very inexpensive, just using some pillowcases I already had at home. The great thing is like I don't think I would have been able to achieve that using a stencil or like drawing it myself. It would not have come out as precise or uniform, and that's where the Cricut really, really excels. And then another tip I have here is actually using fresh flowers or plants as home decor in your bedroom. You guys hear about it. It's actually good feng shui to have certain plants in your room, so that's a really fun fact. But I decided to take just one of the plants and put it in here. It's that simple. If I had another option, I probably would have done a smaller plant just because this room isn't too big, but I think it just adds more liveliness to the room. There's so many different plants that are very low maintenance. So yeah, I just love adding plants to a room. I think it makes every room look amazing. I live in Ontario right now and we're currently under a lockdown, and I didn't order anything additional for the room and besides like obviously the Cricut and the supplies, and I think it turned out really, really amazing. So I'm gonna have links for everything in the description box below. I want to thank Cricut again for sponsoring today's video, and all their information will be in the description box. So I'm gonna leave you guys with more shots of this bedroom. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.